in this modern world, something is happening. And that is, generally, a lot of things are the same because we have 5 senses. Our eyes see things, ear hear sound, and we smell, we taste and touch, so on. And that exists from the beginning, right? Even without technology, we have enough distractions. But at that time, our distractions are more immediate, more real. You don't see things that are in a distance that you cannot see. You don't hear things that are in distance that you don't hear. The other side of the world, you don't see or hear right now here. And those things cannot disturb your mind. But with the modern technology, what happened is those that are in distance are very close now, and those that are very close are very far now. That's exactly what happened. With all the social medias, people that you never knew, you didn't met, can become friends. And people in your family are, in a way, you have less time to talk with them, share with them, right? And one very obvious thing is if you go to a restaurant and look at the tables, right? People are there, and each one is holding a phone, and they're checking something, right? But they're sitting together, and they're not talking. They're not communicating, but they're communicating through the phone somewhere really far away. So that's very interesting. And probably that's not helpful for the peaceful mind, I think. You know, there's not much difference between the old time and the world we live in right now with all the technologies, as I explained now. Not much difference, but again, there's a difference. We have a lot more distractions. We're in a way disconnecting from the close ones and connecting with the distant ones. And meditation means connecting with the closest one, your own mind, even closer than your surroundings, your family members or friends. So what I find is, including myself, because I try to use myself as a guinea pig, right? Examples. And I watch. That's why I can tell some of these things. When you watch TV, for example, or news from the beginning, just like the meditation I mentioned in the morning is very important, I think, because it affects the day, the whole day. If you watch these things in the morning, you're less happy because now all the mess, all the disturbance, everything out there is dumped in your mind from the beginning. So it's not helpful. So meditation is important in the morning, and less of, if you try to stay away from all this media for a day, at least half day, at least the morning part of the day, right? Or half day, or a few days, see how you feel it. You feel much more productive, you feel much better, healthier, refreshed. Unplug in order to plug, right? Unplug from all these things in order to plug to yourself. So there's stages of meditation. The first thing is like a child growing up, right? The child, if you ask a child to walk and run, it's not possible. So the child has to learn. First they can even, maybe they have to crawl, right? That's already good. Then if they can stand up, that's really good. And maybe walk a few steps and then rest, and then walk and then run. The same thing happens in meditation. So the first thing is to train our mind to focus on something for a short time. And to do that, to make that possible, we have to unplug from many other things that are distracting. We have to make our power of this mind stronger. And then slowly you can do it. It's important that you have more challenges. So you have to expose this concentrated mind to more distracting environments. And then, you have to test and see, watch. That's how it works. And then slowly you can do the meditation any moment, any time. The more problem, the better. Because then all the problems, all the challenges can be a fuel for your growth. It's like going to the battle. You cannot go to battle without having weapons, without having trainings. You're just exposing yourself in danger. That's all, right? So you need to get the training. You have to have all the guidance, teachings, training. You have to allocate time for that. So that's, for example, morning meditation for a short time, daily practice. Maybe you can have weekly practice. If you have a meditation group or something, maybe it's also helpful to group together and do a little longer meditation, or some kind of annual, if you can attend monthly or annual programs, if you can find where you can join and get more teachings. All those are part of the training. It's helpful. And then as you understand more and you get some experience, you can use that in daily life. Basically watching at your mind, right? Being mindful. So whenever you are frustrated, unhappy, annoyed, it's probably the best time